All right. Yeah, I cut the intro short, y'all.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, I'm working on
Yeah.
Working on a new one.
Oh.
Mahalo, mother truckers.
What's up, man?
Another wonderful evening.
That's right. We got some people coming in here.
What's up, everybody? Sags Man, Mangler, how y'all this evening?
Good evening.
Y'all don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah.
Share it wherever you can.
So yeah, we got Trevor coming back. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding.
All right, I'm out.
No. Bring that shit.
He's
I ain't got the patience for that waterhead.
He's probably gonna be coming back, but the thing is, the agreement is that he's got to either do away with that voice changer or put it in English. What's up, Highlander? Good to see you, buddy.
No, fuck that. Do away with it. If you're gonna be proud enough to raise that Antifa flag, be proud enough that you ain't hiding your voice. Stand up in front of your shit.
Man, ain't no pride in that shit.
No.
You want to be a big enough man to come on the internet and talk shit to people. Well, then do it when you don't hide your voice.
Well, he was definitely talking shit.
I mean, I couldn't understand. It sounded like it was like a mix of Jabba the Hutt and Chewbacca eating a bag of ball bearings.
Man. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do something. 1 second, guys.
Don't threaten me.
Man, I'm always... I completely bombed on that.
That's modus operandi, situation normal, you know.
Yeah.
That clown was on with AV last year.
No,
That's what Highlander was just saying.
I don't know if. Oh no, he's saying the guy that was on there with AV last year was same results.
Oh, I got you.
But yeah, it's hard to actually communicate with them with those Antifa members, man, because the only damn opinion that matters is theirs.
Well, when all you speak is raging bitch, it's kind of hard to have a conversation with them, you know.
Right.
And that's the only language that dude spoke.
What's up, Kat? Welcome to the show. Thank you for the new subscription. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's Taz.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Long time no see.
We'll do some shout outs. What's up, Taz? Mustang Mangler. We got Kat. Highlander, Saxman. And us three. There's people coming. They're popping in. I think YouTube's kind of trying to hold us down a little bit, man, because I didn't even get my direct notification that we were going live, and I own the channel.
I did. I got the notification. So I don't know if maybe it's just you or.
Well, there's that.
I haven't had any issues getting any of the notifications.
I know if you search Evolution Vanguard, it doesn't come up unless you scroll down about 40 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's going to change. That's all going to change. The higher the algorithm goes up, the higher they'll put you up the list, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, wait, what list are we talking about?
Basically, the priority of who gets shown on YouTube.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't need
Who
any
gets
more.
the attention?
Well, we know how they are about trying to throttle all the patriots and people just wanting to tell the truth. So there that goes.
Hell, you ain't even got to be a strict conservative. Look what they're doing to Tim Pool. They're trying to bury him.
Yeah.
And he is definitely not he is not what I would say is a strict conservative.
Yeah, he's a little weird to me. A little bit.
Oh,
You know, I don't mind him. I he's got some dissenting views from me, but the one thing I can say for Tim Pool and Timcast is they discuss what is factual regardless of the side that it's coming from. They like a good comic. They talk shit about everybody. So
I'm trying to pull up this Holocaust situation with
Oh,
Whoopi.
the whoopee cushion.
oh
Whoopi Cushion Goldberg.
my God.
So I don't know if y'all been keeping up with it. I mean, I hadn't been extremely keeping up with it, but I've been
that
picking
bitch has been relevant since Sister Act 3, man.
Yeah.
And even that was a stretch. Let's be real.
Or the color purple.
The fact of the matter is that anybody else had said what she said, they'd be fired.
Yeah, they'd have been gone. Absolutely.
Hell, if Joy Behar had said what she said, her ass would have been fired before the show was over.
Well, people may know this or they don't know this, but Whoopi Goldberg's under like 4 or 5 blankets. You know, I mean, she's on the LGBTQ. She's a black
Jewish.
female.
Apparently, she's a Jewish princess now.
Right, she's a Jewish princess, although she played
A Catholic nun.
Yeah, but you know, she converted because it fits the bill now.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if she was a Jewish princess, I'm gonna tell you right now, she would not have said the things she said.
Well, and then you got the big problem too is not only what Whoopi had to say, but then you got people like old horse-faced dumbass herself, AOC, immediately jump into, well, her suspension was totally unnecessary. Bitch, maybe you should go back to bartending because you're too dumb to be doing anything else.
Here's the main thing that really gets me about. Well, it's not really her; it's the damn media. Why in the hell do they have to say first name, middle name, last name? It's not like we don't know who the hell they're talking about. I mean, it just. Even Rush did that, and I was like, "Are you serious? Let's. We know who you're talking about. There's no other Alexandria Cortez out there to confuse with that. It just drove me nuts."
Yeah.
Well, it might be that damn Johnson bloodline, you know. You got old Grandmaster McGriddle, last name Johnson. Whoopi Goldberg, last name Johnson. I mean, I'm not throwing anything out there and making any derogatory comment. Yeah, fuck it, I am. So maybe there's a common denominator there.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, her real name's Karen. Imagine that.
That's perfectly fucking fitting.
Karen Johnson. Spelled a little different, you know. They had to spell it Caryn. You can't stick with
Well, you can't never say it just, spell shit normal.
Yeah.
It's like that fucking trailer idiot you had on here.
No, they didn't have to change nothing up. They had it right the first time. CUNT.
Well,
Just saying. Throwing that out there.
Well, here's the thing is she messed up, right? Fine.
She did.
That happens. Okay? It happens to all kinds of people. But here's the thing. Like you said earlier, Demon, if it had been anybody else,
yeah,
she'd have been gone.
Yeah.
She'd have been crucified and just pushed out of every social event or statue or anything. She'd have been gone automatically.
That's what I'm saying. Even Joy Behar, and she's like liberal queen, would have been just lambasted and laid to waste. It's the fact of the matter is it's at best an absolutely egregious double standard. Yeah, that's a big word. I said it. Fight me. Exactly. Roseanne got fired for a joke because it wasn't, in standing with popular society.
Yeah.
Well, they better not come listen to my show.
No, we're gonna hurt some feelings.
Well, that's all right too. But now, and I will give it to her, as liberal as all them jackasses are, at least Anna Navarro tried to derail that train on that episode. She tried to get her to quit saying dumb shit real quick. And then Whoopi turned around and doubled down on her statement of dumbassery.
That one chick had the decapitated head of Trump. What's her name? It was
The
Joe.
female with a carrot top. What is her name?
Can't think of it. Hey, so why can't we have that of Biden now? I mean, that was a funny joke, right? Can we have funny jokes like that again?
Right. If somebody had built a body double of Biden and put it up on a gallows, they'd be in fucking jail for terroristic threats.
Oh yeah.
Well,
No, Taz, it wasn't Madonna. It was God, like I said, she looks like the female version of Carrot Top. Kathy Griffin, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Shit, at least Madonna's more relevant than Kathy Griffin.
And that's saying a lot.
But yeah.
Mm.
Well, the thing is, in order for you to be on a show that like Whoopi Goldberg's on there with all the other, and this is not in any way, I'm gonna call them cackling hens. I was gonna say something worse, but we have females in here, and I don't want that to be derogatory towards any woman. So, so you know where I was going with that.
That's why I spelled it.
But the thing is you're to be screened to be on a show like that. I mean, what resume do they have? Just because you played in a damn movie called Ghost doesn't mean you get to do whatever the hell you want to.
That's it. The only thing necessary for being on a talk show these days is to have at one point in the last 30 years been a semi-relevant, quote unquote, celebrity.
Semi-relevant is the key word right there.
Yeah, you're right, Alan. Madonna.
Well, just look. What's his name? The fucking pirate actor, Johnny Depp, flat out said, "Hey, when was the last time that an actor assassinated a president?"
And what party were
You know.
Yeah. So anyway, apparently there's no screening, that goes into what you have to, what intellectual level you have to be at in there. For her to say something, look, I don't know everything that went on with the Holocaust. Okay. It's a long time ago. What was it, 41 to 45 or something like that? Maybe I'm wrong on that. I think it was 1941 or somewhere around there. Right?
Well, he started killing Jews and gypsies.
I think it was
like 39, I think.
Right. So
before he took power, they were really, the big push happened in like 42, 43 was when the German government really made the big push for people to turn their neighbors in and stuff like that. But they started disarming Jews like in 39.
Yeah, the Hitler. Yeah, it's got because the Hitler Youth was even turning in their own parents.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was obviously the vast majority of individuals targeted were Jews, but they weren't the only people that were killed either. Anybody that dissented against the Nazi regime, they killed homosexuals, gypsies, anybody with a dissenting life was a target potentially.
Right, and there was 6 million fatalities or murder, death, kills, whatever you want to call it. I mean that's a lot. It doesn't matter what anybody's belief in, and nobody should ever condone 6 million deaths.
Right.
I mean, she can claim she's Jewish or whatever. You're allowed to have whatever religion you want, but here's the thing. I'm sorry, but none of her family was there. Okay, she's a self-pronounced Jewish. There's a difference. Okay, they were all born into the Jewish beliefs. Right. She's picking it because it gives her another blanket, right?
Yeah.
So that's the wrong reason to choose it. Like all of us. I don't know what everybody's religion is. I don't care. Okay, I believe in God. I was born into my religion. I didn't pick it. All right. It's what I was taught. It's what I believe in. And nothing's going to change that. So I'm not going to change my religion because I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. And if people would start having that mindset where they'll quit trying to cater to every individual in the world, I'm going to tell y'all a secret right now. The only way you're never going to be let down by a person is to never expect anything from anybody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody could just take a moment, step back, and click into that mindset, you'll be a lot better off. I can promise you that. But this whole woke bullshit, I've been awake for a long time. They're not awake. They're not woke because apparently most of them are dreaming. But
Well, they're the most pro-establishment, anti-establishmentarians that I've ever seen in my life. You know, look at Rage Against the Machine. They're a perfect example. You know, they spent their whole career posing as anti-establishment, counterculture, fight the man, to turn around and basically bend over and kiss Biden and this administration's ass.
you're right, Ozzy. It was 12 million total, 6 million Jewish.
Hmm.
That is a mass genocide.
Yeah, and they're trying to bury it.
Right. And, you know, we had a conversation earlier about, you know, Biden's cancer. Look, I'm all for trying to knock down cancer. Please do, if you can figure out a way. But here's the thing. I don't want it, and I'm telling you, I can see it coming. Y'all may be on point with me or not. It's going to be a combination vaccine, right?
Yeah.
That cures COVID and cancer.
Nah, man, they'll never cure cancer. There ain't no money in curing it.
Right. But think about it now. His mandates got shut down.
Well, so far they mostly
for the general public. So what other way to try to promote people to take a vaccine? Hey, if you take this 709-5431 vaccine right here, you'll be 3% less likely to die from cancer, but you'll be 75% more likely to die from COVID. Which one you want? Don't worry about it. Just slide over here. Let me get a piece of your arm right there. Small prick. So, I mean, they're definitely round about something. And I don't know if y'all seen his polls today, but he's like 29%.
I think it's a little bit lower than that, isn't it?
I thought it was 28.
Well, it's 29% Democrat portion. And it's like, I think it's 28 overall or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, lowest. I know for a fact though that he has the lowest approval rating of any president ever. But you know, most popular president ever.
Yep, there you go. Mandate a vaccine to stop traffic fatalities. You know, this winter storm and everything is coming through. If you take the vaccine, you won't have to worry about it.
Right, that's what they said about hurricane season.
Yeah. Well, we strode off with Whoopi Goldberg. We gave her like 5 minutes of talk, so whatever. That's all she's worth anyway.
She got more than she deserved.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, since we're moving on, boy, these Canadian truckers are making me proud.
Well, I don't know if proud, but jealous, I guess, would be a word I would use.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
I was just watching because they were on the over in British Columbia, and I guess they started freeing things up, and a bunch of other people came in and added to the roadblock.
Well, now you got them cats that were trying to roll into Ottawa from Alberta, and the RCMP has blocked, like, parking their cars in the roadway to block the roads. And then you got, I was watching, now I know it's on TikTok, but say what you will, I think if you want to see local on the ground what's happening in certain areas, something like TikTok is a great way to see it. But they were walking down the interstate picking up handfuls of roofing nails that had been thrown out on the interstate. And they're scared. Trudeau is obviously scared. I mean, he's a pansy ass anyway, but
yeah, true.
He's obviously scared.
Well, how about, when they called the tow trucks over there? Now, this was great. So they called all these tow trucks. I think it was like 40 tow trucks or something like that.
Every single one of them had COVID.
And every one of them said, oh, no, we're not going to haul any of them off. We're going to get in line with them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, then the farmers showed up in tractors and shit.
Yeah. Oh, and then you got the Amish. The Amish showed up and started cooking for the truckers.
Nice.
And
Hell,
so I mean it's and from what I understand too is later this month a bunch of boys from down here are planning on doing a event, the same style of event.
Oh, we can't say truckers. They're after us on YouTube for truckers. So we're gonna call them merchandise handlers. So
Right.
there.
Freight haulers.
Serious? Did we just get a flag for saying merchandise handlers?
no, but we could, which I don't give a shit if we get flagged or not.
I was gonna say.
Jokes on YouTube. I am an IT professional. You don't think I won't reroute my IP address and change this shit?
Got you, coach.
Good luck. So
Yeah, these freight handlers.
Good luck, you mother truckers. Oh,
yeah, freight shakers. We'll call them freight shakers. Here we go. So the United States is supposed to start theirs March 1st.
Yeah.
Good. About damn time. So, and Canada, geez. GoFundMe, and we'll talk about.
Oh Lord, don't even.
So they shut down their GoFundMe for those of you that are not aware of that.
But Othello's can be left up for months.
Yeah. They can try to get Grandmaster Jay a GoFundMe and shit like that for pointing a gun at federal officers. Sounds good. Fucking idiot.
if anything ever happens to him, I mean, we'll see. I mean, but
I mean, I think something will happen to Grandmaster. What are we calling him now? Grandmaster Granberry or something like that?
The bolt went forward. The weapon has fired.
Something's going to happen to that idiot eventually. He's probably going to have a barrel obstruction one day and try to clear it by looking down the barrel, and it's just going to go off. That bullpup AR-15 of his.
Yeah, that he got in 91 when he was somewhere at a pawn shop. That was a service rifle, man.
Right.
From Cali to DC. Yeah, that's gonna be a good haul right there. It's all the way across. Thing is, you get those farmers involved and freight shakers, all that good stuff, man. That's gonna be interesting. The U.S., they got to one up everybody, right? So I think it's going to be pretty catastrophic. I know Canada broke the world record for the largest convoy ever to occur.
Over 70 kilometers long.
Yeah.
That's like 40, I think that was like 48 miles of rigs. That's a lot of damn rigs.
Yeah.
And they was running both lanes. Bumper to bumper for 48 miles.
Yeah, sometimes they were running 4 lanes. And people are joining in. I mean, and I can't say this enough. We're getting traction. The conservative and the patriotic movements and believers are gaining traction, y'all. I know it's hard to see, but it's happening. It is definitely happening.
It's inch by inch at the time. And the fact of the matter is the media is doing everything they can to suppress it.
Well, speaking of the media, I guess y'all heard about the New York Times suing for the investigational information on baby Biden, right? Y'all see that? Oh shit! Something flying over it. It might be the ATF.
Well, if it is, make sure you put your dogs up. Yeah, they sued the State Department over a FOIA request. It says, I'm looking at this article right now. Stand by for me.
All right, we'll stand by for you. Standing by with the standing by.
Apparently, I guess it. The Times said it made a pair of requests under FOIA last year, but was told that the records wouldn't be provided before April 15th of 2023, despite there being statutory deadline on FOIA requests of 20 days.
Well, I mean, what's happening to the Freedom of Information Act?
That only applies if you're a liberal. You only get your FOIA requests approved if you're a liberal and you're trying to sue Trump.
Oh, okay.
Well, like with most other rules and laws and stuff, it only applies to liberals.
I don't think.
You know, Highlander, I'd like to think that Hunter's about to get his, but I don't see it happening.
I highly doubt that. I'm seriously not seeing that.
Well, not until the big guy's out of office anyway.
Even then, I don't think it's going to happen. Because the fact of the matter is that the vast majority of GOP that are up there on Capitol Hill are just as fucking spineless as the Democrats.
Yeah.
Can't argue that. Mm-hmm.
And anytime that you do have a GOP member that has the stones to do something about it, do you look at what they did with Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Yeah, she got shunned
by Republicans as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, if you ask me, that group of Republicans, that's the list that you need to start with of getting people the hell out of Capitol Hill, because everybody talks about needing to get rid of, drain the swamp and get rid of the Democrats that are up there. They've been there for 70 plus years and this and that and the other. But the reality is, if you don't get rid of your Mitch McConnells and jackasses like him, you're in the same spot you were anyway, because he's bought and paid for by the Chinese, just like Eric Swalwell is.
Sorry, guys, I got all kinds of messages coming in.
Finally, you're getting a message. Oh, my microphone's still on. Sorry.
All right. Well, I got a message, and I don't want to hit on this a little bit because it is important. It's very important, actually. So Fox News did a little cover on something. North Carolina veteran in need of a kidney transplant vows that he will die for his freedom because he's not going to get vaccinated.
Yeah, they refused him the transplant. There was I think a heart transplant they got refused because of it too.
Right. Well, here's the thing. You would think that if I wanted to give someone my kidney, that I would be able to make that choice if they get it or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not that way.
Well, yeah, you can only do directed transplants from immediate family.
Right. So even if you go in there and your blood type matches, all that good stuff, it's still completely up to the hospital or the medical facility.
Well, it's not even up to the hospital. It's up to the organ. What the hell is the name of that organization? The organ donor transplant list. It's up to them. You have to meet a certain set of criteria, and they rank those that need a transplants in basically an order of importance, and they go from the top down.
That's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
But I've seen a bunch of conservatives out there saying that's fine. If they don't want to let non-vax people be on the transplant list, then I'm going to take myself off. And that's there's a lot of people that I know that have gone up to the DMV and removed themselves from the organ donor list.
Yep.
Well, you remember we talked about this 2 lives ago, right? Yeah. If they're not going to give it to people because they need it on the principle of that fact alone to save a life, then I don't want to be an organ donor. I mean, it's just that simple. So the fact is here's the hypocrisy in it. So they're not wanting to save a life, because somebody won't take a vaccine that they claim to save their life.
It's not about saving lives.
No, it's about that damn shot.
Yeah.
I didn't get the shot. I'm not going to get the shot. Anybody that wants to get the shot, by all means, go ahead. I don't care. The way I see it, if everybody else gets vaccinated, then I don't need to be.
It's all about population control. What?
Wait.
Whoa.
You can't say that. I'm kidding.
Who said that? Who said that?
I don't know. I think I had some bleed over from
Oh, okay.
a CNN pop up on my phone. I don't know what that was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got CNN on your phone? What?
Well, I can't control it. Apple News. So that guy was denied a heart transplant, and he was top of the list. That's absolutely sickening.
That's fine. Let's do this then. Let's have 2 different transplant lists.
There you go.
Let's have your vaccinated transplant list and your non-vaccinated transplant list.
Well, here's the thing. And I don't know if any of y'all went and give blood or whatever, but guess which blood they prefer?
There for a while, they were refusing to take vaccinated blood because they were in such a dire need for unvaccinated because they wanted something that wasn't tainted by spike proteins and antibodies.
Yep.
That makes perfect sense.
It wasn't even a preferred blood. It was if you're vaccinated, we're not taking it. You can't donate right now.
So if I go donate blood, can I take the bag to go? I mean, as a go bag, because I may need that later on.
That plasma infusion. Just put it in the cooler. Put it in the cooler and build you up get you a little mini fridge that you can hang your bags up in there.
Stick it between the beer and the sodas.
It sounds perfect to me.
That's my divider for.
Let's see. Texas man was denied a liver transplant at the beginning of the year. I don't see why docs won't come together and have their own hospital. Well, blood pressure, and I'm kind of on the fence about this whole doctor situation because you have very few of them that's standing up and saying anything.
Well, I don't think there's more than it looks like. There's something like 20,000 doctors that are speaking out against the vaccine.
Well, my doctor is in contact with a lot of other doctors, and they are very outspoken. Even the ones that work at major hospitals that aren't allowed to. That's why I no longer have my one doctor, because he told me straight up, he goes, I can't really do anything because I'm controlled by the hospital. And I said,
yep.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day. I'm out. Peace.
The fact of the matter is these doctors that are saying, oh, we're not going to treat you if you're not vaccinated. Well, then you're violating your fucking Hippocratic oath. You lose your license to practice medicine.
Yeah. There's a lot of nurses that have left too, and
because what's the difference between saying? Well, what's the difference between saying, "Oh, we're not going to treat you because you're not vaccinated," and saying, "Oh, we're not going to treat you because you're gay," or "Oh, we're not going to treat you because you're black"? What's the difference?
Yeah,
somebody explain that shit to me.
I don't have an answer for you.
Because if I remember correctly, the same shit happened in the 80s when they had that massive influx in the AIDS epidemic among the gay community, and somebody sued the shit out of some folks, and they won, and as they rightly should have.
Well, maybe we should have bakers not baking cakes now.
Well,
wait, we did that.
Yeah, they tried that already, didn't they?
Yeah. Now that didn't fly too well.
Ozzy, here's the thing, right? Those doctors whose licenses are being pulled, what needs to happen is them cats need to start. The fact of the matter is, you can still get plenty of medical equipment on online, and there's ways of getting it. Those are the same doctors that need to make themselves somewhat known, especially to like groups like ours and those of similar mentalities, because those are the doctors that we're likely going to need, because before long it ain't going to matter whether you got a license or not. The state of this country is going to be in such a world of shit that even if you practice medicine without a license, the government's not going to do anything because they're not going to be in a position to.
My doctor started her own practice.
Right,
And,
but you still currently have to have, I guess what I'm saying is those are going to be the at-home docs who, like they did back in the days in the Old West when you read a couple of anatomy books and all of a sudden you were a doctor.
Well, my doctor started her own practice. She even does over like on Zoom and stuff, does visits there.
Teledoc or whatever they call it.
Yep. Hey, I'll tell you what, if it's what you got to do, it's what you got to do. Because
a pay by cash, these doctors and these doctors that are losing their licenses, the smart thing would be for them to brush up on homeopathic remedies and at-home medicine, because when the time comes that knowledge is going to be needed and you can build communities again, they're going to be needed individuals. That's a skill set that people are going to need. So, God, everybody's talking off camera. Makes me feel like I'm like not part of the cool kids club.
No, it's just annoying, man. It's just extremely annoying. I don't know why. This is supposed to be the land of the free and shit, but I don't see it. I don't see it at all. And we talked about we're gaining, an inch at a time. Well, everybody's heard the old saying, it is extremely hard to get back what was easily given up.
Right.
And if people don't stand together, then we're not going to make it. So, and there's just a lot of phrases that don't work anymore. The old phrase is that the person that's willing to stand alone, will stand the strongest. You can't stand alone in this situation. If we can't get people gathered together and get a common understanding, they're not going to understand it. And the thing is, by the time that people realize it, it's going to be too late.
Too late.
Really too late. It's almost too late now. We're having to go to extreme measures, as far as like doing damn YouTube channels and hideaway communications and just stupid shit. What happened to freedom of speech? That's gone. Speech is not free. Look at how many people got canceled just by telling the truth.
Yeah.
And it's just got to be taken care of on a home base. And we've talked about this a million times. You got to start at your local. You got to start in your town, work your way up. If you can get your town on board and then move on up to maybe the county or the state or whatever, the district, and then up to the state. But that's what's got to happen.
Start with your school board. Your sheriff.
Yeah.
Start with your school board. And a lot of people don't realize, but their sheriff is the most powerful person in their counties.
Also does not have to have a background in law enforcement.
Correct. Yep.
Sheriff is also the chief law enforcement officer of the county.
Correct.
Yeah, if the sheriff says, no, you ain't doing that, it ain't happening.
That's like they're trying to pass in Oklahoma. Let me see if I can find that real quick. They were trying to pass through to allow sheriffs to arrest federal agents and to raise posses against federal agencies. It's Senate Bill 1201. It says it expands the right. Expands the right that empowers sheriffs to arrest federal officers who attempt to confiscate guns. And then it also expands the sheriff's ability to form a policy to include prohibiting agents, employees, and officers of the federal government from violating the constitutional rights of the people of their counties. Now,
See, that's why I love Western states. I mean,
it's all well and good.
Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, surprisingly New Mexico.
It's all and it's all well and good. But if you don't have sheriffs, like say in Tulsa or Oklahoma City, if you have a sheriff, say if the sheriff of Oklahoma County up there in Oklahoma City is a liberal, you can give him that power, but he ain't gonna do shit with it.
Areas. I'm not talking these, shithole liberal counties. Like Tulsa. Well, look at Maricopa County. Maricopa County was a very large county, and Joe Arpaio.
God, that man was
he had like
fantastic.
22 posses. He had 22 posses. And I tell you what, I guarantee when they voted in that liberal piece of crap that they got now, a lot of them walked. A lot of the posse members walked.
Yep. Look, Bone Crusher, I can tell you, I haven't watched that documentary, but I can tell you for a fact, I wouldn't trust the government as far as I could throw them.
I just watched that today, and yeah, that's some shit.
Even politicians that I like, I don't trust. I like Matt Gaetz, but I don't trust him.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got every government official friended on my Facebook that I trust. Okay, so here's the joke.
So you ain't
I don't have a Facebook. Okay?
Yeah.
So I don't trust any of them, and I've talked to a couple, but the thing is, they're going to say what they need to say while they're in front of you, to get into your good graces.
Exactly.
For vote purposes and stuff. And it's politicians. That's all it is, politics. So
like Dan Merritt. When Dan Merritt was running for Congress there in Georgia, and for those that don't know, Dan Merritt was a Ranger, and his brother was a Night Stalker pilot for the 160th. He now owns Nine Line Apparel. And when Dan Merritt was running for Congress, he came to the hangar where the Night Stalkers were at there in Savannah. And he walked around, shot the shit with us, and chatted with us for a little bit. And you could tell, you could tell when Dan Merritt was just shooting the shit with fellow soldiers versus when Dan Merritt was campaigning. There was a distinct difference between those two people. And it's like, man, like if there's any place in the world that you want to try to campaign and not feel like you have to bullshit, is in a hangar full of soldiers that know exactly where you're coming from. And even he felt false when he was campaigning.
Well, here's the thing, a lot of politicians, they try to play to a certain narrative, but what they tend to keep forgetting is conservatives and the silent majority is a very, very strong group. And the thing is once we adopt a view on something, we stick with it 100%. So once you kind of stab us in the back a little bit or whatever the case may be, we don't forget that shit.
Right.
Ever. I mean, it sticks with us. And should it matter to us if they stab us in the back? Not me. I don't give a shit personally, but some people it does. Because they are our representatives. So if we can't trust them, then why in the hell are they there? That's the point. And if the government would start understanding Okay. First of all, the Constitution was not written by the government. Okay. People forget that. It was written for the protection from the government.
Right.
And that's woven into the core value fabrics of the United States of America. And
For the people, by the people.
Absolutely.
Not for the government, by the government.
Right. And I mean, you see this phrase that's right behind me right here. Okay. A lot of people don't understand what that means.
Oh, Joe Biden thinks it's the government. We the people, as in the government.
No.
But, that crayon-eating idiot.
Hey, you insult Marines by calling him a crayon eater.
Oh, okay.
Well.
But
more like fucking diaper sniffer.
What kind of shampoo are you using? That's a new flavor. Is that blueberry mahogany? But all truth though, a lot of people have taken this symbol right here, we the people, and they've made it into a hate situation. Why? Well, I mean,
because everything's fucking racist these days. That's why.
Yeah, everything's racist. Man. Good Lord. Hell in a handbasket, fellas. Hell in a handbasket. What else were we going to talk about? It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. Anyway, thank y'all for being there in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Share it with your family, friends, and share it with some left-wing people. I like trolls.
We love trolls.
You can get some of those in here. They're welcome to come on here. So if any of y'all are hiding in the chat,
we don't bite.
Yeah, come on out. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, Palmetto can come on anytime she wants.
Right. I've noticed that. That's the person that's been kind of quiet this evening.
Well, she's a troll. I mean, see if that doesn't rile something up.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have no voice changers, Ozzy. Us bunch of dumbass rednecks.
All we do is eat corn dogs and chew tobacco.
Goddamn hillbillies. It's funny you talk about that, chewing tobacco. I was actually about to put a dip in, so.
Well.
Any other way that I can live up to that stereotype?
You damn redneck.
I get up early in the morning and I drink my coffee black like the good Lord intended.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be a redneck. Where I'm from, that's a badge of honor.
See, that's where you drink your coffee black and tea in the harbor.
Like a red-blooded daggone American.
Word, Gil.
Man. I don't know.
I did just get a notification from another YouTube channel that I follow. And I know this is kind of a little bit off topic, but excuse me, good Lord. It has to do with this ghost gun initiative that they are trying to push. Let me see if I can bring it up again real quick. I guess they're pushing even harder to ban 80% lowers and shit like that, because according to the ATF, the reason that crime has gone up has been because of quote unquote ghost guns.
Sure. Yeah. No. The reason crime has gone up is because all of the fucking defund the police movements and
No,
not being
no,
able to do their job.
no,
Huh?
no.
No.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong?
You're wrong. That's not what the
What?
ATF says. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait. ATF's a government agency too, so
Well, there's that.
Right, which means that we can trust what they said because they're a government agency.
what's the ATF going to do with all them triggers too?
They're going to put them in their guns, so when they shoot people's dogs with them.
Hmm.
So it's in the briefing room of the White House. It says President Biden announces more actions to reduce gun crime and calls on Congress to fund community policing and community violence intervention. So I guess maybe they're just wanting to send more social workers out there and, community policing instead of actual fucking policing.
Sure. So I need to buy some stock and clipboards then, huh?
Well, here's the thing that kills me, right? You want some community policing, make every state in the country constitutional carry.
Well, there's about 9 states that's in the pullings for that right now. So
Yep. I know Georgia and Alabama are 2 of them. I thought I saw Wyoming or Washington or one of them.
the hell?
Let's see, constitutional carry states. There are currently only 15 states.
Well, I would like to say that the criminals would be more apt to discourage themselves from doing criminal acts if they knew everybody had a weapon, but I don't know, man. I don't know. The thing is, if they introduce this constitutional carry, you don't have the right to defend yourself anymore.
Well, sure you do. If
Well,
you don't worry about, look here. That's why you call 811 instead of 911.
Yeah, that way you don't hit any power lines or water lines when you put them underground.
And make sure you plant an endangered species over top of them.
That's crazy, man.
Go out and get you a Russian olive, plant it over.
So Texas did the constitutional carry thing. Who else is? There's a bunch that are pushing through right now to get constitutional carry going. The only two the only two for sure that I know come to mind are Alabama and Georgia. I want to say North Carolina, maybe. North Carolina or South Carolina, one of the two.
Well, Pennsylvania was pushing it there.
Florida as well. They're kind of trying to push it in Florida. Because right now, the only time that you can open carry in Florida is if you are heading to or coming from the range, you are actively fishing, camping, or hunting.
Mm.
Yeah, in Florida, it's House Bill 103 in Florida, and DeSantis has already said that he would sign it if it made it to him.
Well, I just looked it up. Georgia's made it through the first committee, so I think it goes through Passover next or something like that.
I thought it passed didn't it pass the state house and now it's to the state senate?
Well, no, there's like 2 committees or something like that. It goes to the first initial committee, and then it goes to, I call it Passover, crossover, and then it goes to another committee, and then final vote by the Senate. I think that's what it says.
Well, I'm looking at this constitutional carry legislation as of April 14th of 2019. Georgia, Alabama, Ohio, and Iowa already we're going to be voting on it.
Mm-hmm. So
Pennsylvania.
Alabama's has passed its. The Senate committee advanced it in Alabama in a Judiciary Committee vote of 7-4 to pass Senate Bill 1 in Alabama. So now it goes to the full Senate for consideration.
Okay, I was actually incorrect. So it was introduced. Now I'm looking at Georgia's now. Georgia's was introduced. It went to the Senate committee and was approved. Now it goes to crossover, and then it has to be passed either dead or failed.
So, and the thing is, right, is no matter whether you agree with open carry of firearms and this and that or the other, it's kind of irrelevant on your personal stance. The key to it is supporting the constitutionally secured right, whether or not you're the kind of person that says, well, yeah, I'm going to open carry, or no, I think open carry is stupid. That's a personal thing.
That doesn't matter. I mean, you want to support any pro-gun bill,
right?
Exactly. I mean, if they were going to legalize keister stashing a freaking gun, well, that's up to you. I mean,
right.
You might support it. Somebody might want to do that.
And really, that's the thing about constitutional carry. Constitutional carry, it's not necessarily just for open carry. It is for permitless carry.
Right.
So even if you don't want to open carry, constitutional carry gives you the right to concealed carry without a permit, if that's what you so choose to do.
Nope. I looked over the Georgia bill. In order to conceal, you'd still have to have a CCW.
So then that's not a true constitutional carry.
Right. Constitutional carry is stating that anybody the age of 18 or above can open carry a weapon of their choice. If you wish to conceal, I'm just reading it off here. If you wish to conceal your weapon, you will still remain requirements of a CCW. So anybody can carry it, but if you want to hide it, CCW.
So like Oklahoma has a true constitutional carry.
Right.
Where you do not have to have a permit to carry concealed or open.
Right. And see, a lot of them have a lot of weird rules, and I think it's Texas too, Texas and Georgia. Even if you have a CCW, you can't print or anything like that.
Not in Texas anymore. Texas now has a constitutional carry.
Yeah, right. Texas now has because you couldn't print or nothing in Texas.
Now, see, in Georgia, it was like the printing was not a problem in Georgia.
See,
as far as legality's sake, as I understood it.
See, Ozzy, Georgia was the same way. You had to have a CCW to open or conceal.
Right.
Arizona, it doesn't matter. I mean,
right. Arizona has a true constitutional carry.
Yeah, they don't care how you carry it. I mean, if you want to pull a howitzer behind your vehicle, do it.
Because like out here, there in Oklahoma, therefore, like if you had a rifle, now you could open carry a handgun in your vehicle, but a rifle had to be stored in a case. So now when constitutional carry was enacted, now you can open carry a fucking AR-15 if you want. So that's about time she finally decided to jump in here. Welcome to the party.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we were just talking shit about you. So you're going to have to watch the rerun to see what you're saying.
Ozzy, I think what's realistic with Minnesota is until they get rid of Little Somalia up there, they'll never have castle doctrine or stand your ground. Now me, I'm a firm believer that I do not have a duty to retreat. I'm not gonna. I would rather be carried by 6 than judged by 12 any day of the week.
Hey, absolutely.
Or judged by 12 than carried by 6, rather.
We're tracking. We're on the same page.
But like I said, you've got that problem with little Somalia up there and all them liberal dickheads that they've imported up there and bought their votes. And I think the reality is the reason they don't have the castle doctrine and shit is because they don't want that area to turn into an African shithole.
He said it.
They don't want it to be like the Horn of Africa or the Gold Coast or, Iraq.
Dearborn, Michigan.
Right. That's why they don't have that shit up there.
Old Dearbornistan.
But that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a dumb redneck.
You
That's
damn
that's what Trevor said anyway.
damn
He said
redneck.
No, dumb redneck, not damn redneck. Dumb redneck.
Damn.
D-U-M, dumb.
We need to get in line. He said we need to get in line. We need to get with the program.
Getting with the program.
Right. I don't toe the line for no
I
fucking
got
buddy.
your program, Trevor. Oh wait, shit. You two might get. I don't know what to do with my hands.
There you go, Ricky Bobby. Calm down.
We do the Biden walk.
He's sitting there playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots or something.
Hey, did y'all? Hey, on a funny note, before we get ready to shut this down, did y'all see him patting himself down for weapons today?
Oh, God, no.
Oh God! So he was going through like a security check, and he's like patting himself down to make sure he doesn't have a damn gun or some shit.
As he drops a big old 454, and then he goes, "Oh, where'd that come from?"
Oh, that's my trampoline.
That's my sniffing tool. Oh my gosh!
If they do come out with smell-o-vision, he's going to be the spokesperson.
Shoot, he's gonna be licking the screen.
Oh, good Lord. He'll be watching. He'll be on that Netflix that what was that little show that they had? Cuties.
Oh dear God! Hey,
He'd have that shit on repeat.
Oh my gosh!
Be having to get him a new television every other day.
Corn Papa get him a new television.
I canceled Netflix when that came out. I was like, okay, done. I even told him flat out, hey, I'm done with you guys. If you're gonna come out with some, child porn, I'm done with you.
Yeah, It's society. That's our society has a mental illness. So.
Yeah. All right.
We've covered a whole clusterfuck of topics.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, things are going to a clusterfuck right now, so.
That's right.
Well, I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's like playing fucking lawn darts with a damn yard full of damn pop rocks or some shit. You're going to hit something.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's easy. There's just so much bullshit going on. It's easy to pick a target.
Look, I'm amazed that we're still on YouTube, to be totally honest.
We're not important right now. We're irrelevant.
Let's see. I mean, we could put a bunch of politicians out there and throw up a lawn dart, and whatever it hits, we can talk about it.
Yeah. Heck yeah. So, it's about that time, y'all. So, anyway, I do thank y'all for coming out. Kat, I know we peeked up there for a minute, so we had a lot of people viewing that were not in the chat. That's fine. That's fine. Y'all get out there and put those views out. So I'm gonna kick it over to Demon before we shut this thing down. What you got there, Demon?
All right. So the biggest thing I got is like what we were talking about earlier. The truckers, the freight haulers here in the good old United States of America are talking about doing the same type of deal as they are up there in Canada. So keep that in mind, because if and when they do, we see shortages as it is, but if and when they do, there will be even more. So do your due diligence now, and get ready for it. So,
Nice. All right, there, Jay.
Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Watch your six. Carry always. We want. It's a free country still. While we can stand up, do something, because
amen.
they take all our rights away. That's not the time to stand up and do something. So, that's getting your fingers caught in a mousetrap. You should have thought about that before it hits your finger. So, I was going to say something else, but
finger was probably the good option there.
Finger.
You can't blame the finger. You got to blame the mousetrap.
That's right. No, not even the mousetrap itself, the manufacturer of the mousetrap.
I'm suing because I got my finger stuck in the mousetrap.
Oh well. All right. So we're getting ready to close this out, everybody. Once again, thank y'all for coming out. Thank you for your undying support. Keep America in your good graces. Do what you can to try to uphold it and uplift it. Reach out to like-minded people. Get them on here. Y'all make sure you check out the site, Evolution Vanguard 1776 2.0.com. Got merchandise coming. Y'all make sure you sign up for that. That'll be coming out very, very rapidly. Also, share the channel. Tell your grandma about it. Tell your family members. Tell some leftards about it. I don't care. A view's a view. But that's all I got. Y'all, thank y'all for coming out. Y'all take care. Be safe out there.
Okay, bye.
America.